Hello YouTube and welcome to the 2025 Mat Cave room tour. It's all going on behind me in this room. I've had the Mat Cave down for about 2 years. It is my little nostalgic getaway from life. Everything you see in this room is pretty much what goes on inside my head, which might be a bit worrying to some of you. Got my Bubble Bobble t-shirt on, ready for the tour. And yeah, as I've done the house up the past couple of years, there is little bits of geekiness that's been overflowing from the Mat Cave behind me around the house, but the majority of it is in this room. And before we go on, just want to show you guys what I've had put up in the hallway. So what we got by here is 2 original Marine Boy animation cells on a separate background. So Marine Boy and Splasher were both separate. I decided to put them all together, frame them, have them hang up in the hallway alongside this Marine Boy advert, which was published in a magazine, Variety magazine, on Wednesday, March 23rd, 1966. Which then leads us right to the Mat Cave. Now, eventually I'm going to get this door replaced, brighten it up a bit. Look at all the different paint marks. Anyway, enough of that. You guys aren't here for the door. You're here to see my newest addition. It's Retro Red Steve. No, it's not Steve. However, guys, the latest addition to the Mat Cave, right by here, is the Kingdom Hearts rug. So before I show you the rest of the room, let's have a quick look at this. I've wanted to buy this for quite some time, a couple of years. It's been on my wish list, bought off Etsy. Very happy with the quality. It does bring the room to life a bit more. If I can just get you back now and show you a bit. Definitely brings it a lot more colour. So, a quick spin then. There are some new things in here. Of course. Right, let's start from the beginning though. So, one of the earliest walls I had decorated, just close the door, is this area, which I've got a bit of a gallery going on. Now, this hasn't changed much since last year, unless I moved those 2 around. However, spoiler alert, right? So my idea for this wall was to have like some of my old favourite cartoons, Bucky O'Hare, Super Ted. Got some animation going on there, 60s anime heroes. I drew that, by the way, and that. And when I say drew that, it's not natural talent. I kind of just traced over stuff and brought it more to life. But I've decided to change this wall. I'm going to get rid of all those. Not like rid. They're going to go in another bedroom. And I'm going to extend it to have some of my signed pictures over here to continue by here. Right then. So that's area. Oh yeah, another new addition. We've got Beaker now sat in his own little kind of Game of Thrones chair. Yes, I know it looks nothing like Game of Thrones, but you know. Meeper Thrones, that's what we call it. So when I first moved in, I had this cabinet in the middle over there. Obviously didn't match, so moved it around. And we've still got the Bucky O'Hare display shelf on the top. Love this one. As you know, Bucky O'Hare, my all-time favourite cartoon. Last time I watched it actually was only 2 nights ago. Trying to get a couple of notes together to make a video on it. So you got the action figures here at the front. These were released by Boss Fight Studios, so these are like the new figures, not my originals. There's me as a kid holding the Toad Croaker. It's not Toad Croaker, Toad Double Bubble, sorry. Toad Croaker's the blue one. Bought a Bucky O'Hare sign off eBay, got a Bucky O'Hare plush. That's one of my favourite pieces right there, is a carved Bucky O'Hare NES cartridge out of wood. Amazing. They've got the electronic handheld. That green case is Bucky O'Hare pin badges. And this is not Bucky O'Hare. However, a lot of people mistake Bucky O'Hare and Jackson the Rabbit, who's a Star Wars character, he's a smuggler. And some people believe Bucky O'Hare was based on him. And there are a lot of Star Wars and Bucky O'Hare similarities. On the next shelf down, we have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I've displayed this a bit differently. I was fed up as well of them all falling over, so they have been all blue tacked down for the time being. That little teddy bear at the back there on top of Sordon's chamber is Alpha's teddy bear. I do have the Rangers from the other series, but there's too many to display at the moment, so I thought, let's just go for the original, because the original is the best. Down here then, slightly overcrowded, so this shelf will probably change. But you have the classic villains and monsters from the series, Rita Repulsa, Lord Zed at the front. The eye just belongs to Eye Guy. I actually moved that recently, but I haven't done anything with it. You've got Podgy Pig in the background there, look. Somebody's half fallen over. I love Pumpkin Rapper Guy. I can't remember his name. Unless that was his name. Then, a bit further on down. If you hear that groan, it's just me getting down to my knees. You've got Batman 66. New additions here are the one with the pink cowl. I think that's from like a Mad Hatter episode where his cowl became contaminated in pink. And we've got Superman. Was released in the same toy line as Batman 66. There's still ones there I can collect, but I've been slowing down on collecting a bit recently because I've been having the kitchen done. It's still being done now. It's quite empty. Then we have some of my original Bucky O'Hare figures. Well, not my originals, they're in the attic, but these are all kind of carded. And I've got a new Bucky O'Hare carded as well from Boss Fight Studios. We've got Deadeye and Toadborg in there. Another Toad from Boss Fight Studios, Air Marshal. I'm sure I've got Willie DeWitt in the background or something. Then at the very bottom, we've got a Xena Warrior Princess figure from The Simpsons. 3D Mega Man printout that Craig Goodwin's Place did for me. I still need to paint that. I was going to buy some paints until I had all the housework done. Random bunch of key rings. Speed Racer action figure. Then some Japanese models I bought. P1 from Marine Boy, a Batcycle, and Super Jetta. That's his ship in the anime. And what is hidden under here, you ask? What indeed? In that little box there, it's a lot of accessories for these figures. So if I want to change their faces and stuff, easy access, I can do that. And at the very top then, guys, got my Stress Relief Penguin, a Toad with a glider. There's a guy on Facebook, part of the Bucky O'Hare group I'm in, that is still making new Bucky O'Hare toys, accessories. And this was in the comic. So I bought one, and yeah, it is awesome. Just quickly show you that. Like Toad bombers, so they like dive down and, you know, go in to attack them. Like, of course, see Bruiser, no thanks, and he'd run away. It's going to fall now, isn't it? Right, stay up there, that's alright. So there's a couple of Final Fantasy albums there then, similar by there. Some of my limited edition games. That's the Blue Centurion lying down there from Power Rangers Turbo. Ni no Kuni 2 music box. Streets of Rage 4 limited edition, Naruto Ninja Storm, and Attack on Titan, which I still think looks like a box of cereal. Yeah, right, so that is that little bit. And then we come to the glass display cabinets and what's on top. So we've got Batman 66, one of my favorite series, with the Batmobile. I've now got about 3 Batmobiles. 2 in the house, one on the way. Yeah, not a life sizer. We got Speed Racer and the Mach 5. Then the classic Batman 66 Batcave with Batman and Robin there. So that's why they're not down on that shelf. I've got them displayed there. With a Lucky Dragon. I still don't know much about those, but I recognise them from the 90s. A miniature version of King Tut. I don't know why Ivor the Engine, I've left that up there. It's a snow globe. Ivor the Engine is Welsh, so that's why I've got that. My Turtles DVD series. The display case is a Turtle van. And then, bought this last year. I need curtains in here, don't I? So it's basically, that's better. A framed case of an action figure of Xena Warrior Princess. I bought that last year, almost a year ago now, guys, in Telford, when me and my bestie went to meet Lucy Lawless. Second time I met her in 10 years, so that was cool. So in display case number 1, got some anime pieces. Got Marine Boy, had that custom made for me because it is very rare to find anything Marine Boy related in the world. Then we got Luffy from One Piece. I've really been getting into that series. I've been watching the anime series on BBC iPlayer. I love the live action on Netflix. I'm waiting for season 2. We got Gaara from Naruto in the background there. And I like this piece as well. We got Naruto and... Is that his dad? Or like older Naruto? I can't remember now. That must... Yeah. No, I think that's old Naruto. Anyway, if you know the tree swing scene very, it's a classic scene from the anime. And you've got... Oh, what's his name? Sword Art Online, I can't remember his name. Anyway, moving down, bit of a gaming shelf. So you've got Guybrush Threepwood in the background. That came with my Monkey Island Limited Edition Anthology Series. Murray, candle holder. Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia. A Metal Sonic, because we all need a Metal Sonic in our lives. And Sora from Kingdom Hearts. That there is an anime note. I bought that at Comic Con. It's got like Astro Boy on the front. What's on the back? I can't remember. Oh, anyway. Down here again then, we've got the Milky Bar Kid. Very random. They were limited editions released a long time ago. We've got another statue of Sonic there with like a halfway point, save point. Got a couple of Spider-Man busts. And Darkwing Duck. We'll need a Darkwing Duck. The anime note there is Naruto. Then down here I've got some random bits and pieces from like Japan, a Batman story like on vinyl. That 3D card there is of Prince Planet, an old anime from the 60s, and I've got underneath there some Sonorama records, which are basically all small vinyl records. Hello. Based on different old anime. Right, get my breath back from going up and down and start again. So middle cabinet, we've got... This is pretty much based on Batman. Got my Batgirl statue at the back there, a more modern version. Then we've got all the Batman 66 busts. So we've got a classic Batman, Robin, Batman doing the Bat-Tusi dance, Batgirl, 2 different versions of Catwoman. Of course, there was a third, the movie version as well. And original Funko Pops. Going down, we've got more from the 66 Diamond Select collection. The villains. Penguin, Joker, Riddler, Egghead, Mr. Freeze, King Tut again. Classics. Oh, and Alfred. Alfred's not a villain, by the way. Maybe Alfred belongs up there. Then further on down, some smaller Batman statues. So 2 of these were given to me by Retro Red Steve. I was going to call him Retro Head. Retro Red Steve. That one and that little totem one. That one in the background I bought myself. And the Lego Batwing was given to me by a friend. Oh, look at that. Cool Batarang, which is very sharp, by the way. And some cufflinks for one of my best friend's weddings. Or wedding. He's only been married once. Down here then, I've got a Batman coin. Got Star Wars coins. Old style Batmobiles. And some Star Wars stamps. I nearly forgot the name there. I was like, Star Wars what? And this end column. Not so full, this one. But I like this one. We've got the movie version figures of the Turtles. Then the more cartoony one. I do want to get the NECA ones, which is such a good representation of the cartoon. But at the moment, it's all about saving the moolah. Yeah, they're great. Donnie there is actually falling forward, but he's balancing perfectly on Michelangelo, so I've left him for now. Now, this one's different. This has become my Muppet display case. Do you know, I could have opened all these glass cases, couldn't I, to show you properly, instead of reflections. Basically, in here, I had some figures such as Sora and other Final Fantasy figures, but they kept falling over all the time, so I got fed up. I've had the Bunsen and Beaker set for years, just boxed and never on display, so I thought, do you know what, I'm going to make that a bit of a Muppets thing. So you go. Gonzo and Rizzo from Muppet Treasure Island. Miss Piggy and Beaker Lego figures that my cousin gave me. And yeah, Beaker and Bunsen in the background. And down here we've got two Baby Yodas, Grogu. Sword from Final Fantasy X that someone gave me in work. The Ghost Key from the Lock and Key TV series, which is signed by Bodhi, the actor who played Bodhi. Aloha. And then for the final shelf down here, guys, we've got some Bucky O'Hare Valentine's cards. They are awesome. I love those. Bucky O'Hare Colourforms, Turtles Medal Collection, Marine Boy Japanese Shoes, and coin collection of different space missions from NASA. Right, so those are the glass display cabinets. Moving on then, we've got Super Ted and Cactar. What a duo they are, right? Random. Just in the corner of the room. I haven't done much for this corner yet. I'm still umming and ahhing what to do. That's my tripod stand for when I film videos in here. Right, these are new additions. So I put these up. It's artwork of all the old Bucky O'Hare toys put together. And also, if you look close enough, you can see the weapons and stuff in the background. And like accessories. Really cool, that is. And I thought, as this area was all kind of figures, that would go well. And then by here, we've got a poster of the advert of the original Bucky O'Hare NES game. One of my favourite games on the NES. When your NES turns toad ugly, there's only one cure. He's Bucky O'Hare, the hippest toad croaking renegade alive. Join him for 8 levels of warfare so grueling it may put you in toad mode for life. To survive, you need to call forth the unique powers of your cosmic crew. That's very true. Right then, guys. Then we have my childhood. So, these shelves by here hold all my games and DVDs and Blu-rays. Along the top, I've got a lot of Funkos. Fievel is one of the newest ones there. So you might recognize these. A lot of this is based on childhood nostalgia, like Captain Planet, Darkwing Duck, Peter Pan, Power Rangers again, Cuphead, Sam Eagle, Crash Bandicoot, Sora, Sackboy, Groot, who is small keyring as well, Big Hero 6, and Chucky, why not? Man. Right then. Let's go from over here. So the way I've laid this out is my oldest games to my newest. So we've got a small selection of Commodore 64 games here. Back in the day. Like I said, I'm not going to go for each and every one because we'll be here all day. So if you want to watch it, you can pause it and have a good luck. And then on to the NES games right here. And that favourite game of mine on the NES, Bucky O'Hare, is just behind Luigi there. Me and my friends spent a lot of time on these games when we were kids. Just to say, these are my originals. I didn't buy these back. Lucky enough to keep them all. And we've got Frogger and some Mario figures at the front there to represent Mega Man. And Final Fantasy VII Remake little display thing. Onto Mega Drive. Some of these I've bought as an adult, but my original collection is here too. We've got Earthworm Jim representing along with Sonic the Hedgehog. See, I like my stress balls. Ultros from Final Fantasy VI. You should be further on down. Anyway. Some games here gifted to me by Mr. Anonymous III, Streets of Rage 3. One of the rarest in my collection. I love that to bits. There's got a lot of good games here. And then we've got Cloud representing my Final Fantasy and PlayStation 1 games. Before we move down onto PlayStation 2. We have a Cactar, which I think is from World of Final Fantasy. The rest of the figures from Final Fantasy Collection, the blockhead figures. I just love the graphics on Final Fantasy VII original. So you go then. There's all the games I've got for the PlayStation 2. Also, Crash Bandicoot. We have the crate and what's his name? Uka Uka or whatever his name is. Let's go down again. Got some more PlayStation 2. Then we got Sora, Axel, some Heartless, and another Sora. So that's kind of like a little Kingdom Hearts display there. Then the PlayStation 3 games in the background. FIFA 12 is out by there, guys, because I was going to get rid of it. And then down here is more PlayStation 3 games. I've got loads of PlayStation 3 games. Where is it? It's not there yet. A little bit of Slime Collection from Dragon Quest. That's the newest one there. Look how small it is. Love those. And then finishing off the PlayStation 3 collection, we have my favourite game on PlayStation 3, Portal 2. I'm half tempted to buy that on the Switch to play with my mate on co-op. Because I haven't played it for many years and it would be great fun. Oh, and that was just something I had as a kid. Found it in the attic and I thought, you know what? Let's have it out. So yeah, little rabbit saying Matthew is there. And there you go, P2P game, P2P. PSP games by there. Then we go back up. Man. Okay, so then the middle cabinet is the start of my PlayStation 4 collection. Again, we got a Fallout bobblehead. I think that's for strength. I'll move some of these so you can see what games are behind them. Oh, look at that pigeon. What's that all about? Olive oil behind there, look. Some Street Sharks going on. We've got Jab and what's his name? Streaks. He's one of my newest Funko Pops as well. I just love his design. Look how colourful and cool it is, and on rollerblades as well. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Down here then, we're continuing the collection. We've got a Tom Holland Spider-Man action figure. And behind him, we have a Little Big Planet 3 and some Star Wars games. Peter Pan as usual. And then coming down to the next shelf to finish off the PlayStation 4 collection, Streets of Rage. Love it. Along then with some PlayStation 5. And some horrific characters. Pennywise. So it is one of my favourite stories of all time. So we got the... What's his name? Tim Curry version there. Before we go on to the newer version there. Is it Bill Skarsgård or something? Yeah. So behind it then is my PlayStation 5 collection. Ooh, what's missing, eh? I'll tell you what's missing from there. I've recently gone back to Clear Obscure Expedition 33 because it's so cool. So I'm playing that again downstairs. There you go. If you did want to see what these games are behind you, let's move him. He's eating George's arm, great. As you do. Looking forward to the TV series of this. They're bringing a TV series. Cannot wait. And now this area I have changed around. If you watched the last video. So we've got some Super Famicom games to the left, mainly Dragon Quest. I've got a duplicate of Dragon Quest there. I didn't realise I had one of them when I bought it. Probably played Blackpool. Some Final Fancies and Mystic Crest I bought off Rollercore X Eddie. We've got a Marine Boy Funko Pop, which I had custom made with fighting, what do you call them? Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I thought that would be good to go together. Some Wii titles then behind that. Some SNES as well. More Super Famicom games up there. My Wii U games. And then on this shelf, more Nintendo. So I've stuck some stickers here now. I got those stickers with Mario vs. Donkey Kong, I think it was. We got DK on the other side. We've got the DS games along with 3DS. My Zelda edition 3DS. And then I've moved the Switch games, which were originally on the bottom shelf over there, all the way over here. So now all the games are all together. And then I've got one Nintendo 64 game which I bought in Cardiff because it was the Warrior Princess, obviously. And we got some Link at the front today and Donkey Kong again. And down here I've got some PC games. Where's the Curse of Monkland? Curse of Monkland. I no longer have the box for that, and I really want the box back, so I've been looking on eBay for prices and stuff, and it goes way too much money. Nintendo Switch case. Oh, and by the way, I hope everyone who's got a Nintendo Switch 2, hope you're all enjoying playing that. Because it was released a couple of days ago. Got my full Goosebumps card collection there. Did a video on that a couple of months ago. Got Power Rangers electronic handheld and a Peter Pan and the Parrot electronic handheld. Very rare. Then we've got some Moon Boy sketch cards I had drawn for me. And Kermit the Frog is one of my newest additions. He will be going in the display case for the other Muppets. I put him down there because I was taking a photo and trying to edit using AI and stuff the other day to see what I could come up with. AI is getting a bit dangerous in these days, but it's fun to have a little play around like that. Right, for the last cabinet then. First off, we've got a bit of Pokemon going on. Ash and Team Rocket with Meowth and Pikachu representing kind of the Japanese section. So I bought these guys when I went to Japan back in 2017, I think it was. It's flown by a long time ago now. And on the left we have my Bucky O'Hare VHS. Those are my original. Those I bought back a few years ago. I never had them as a kid, but I had those too. Home Swampy Home is the episode I watched last night, actually. Or the night before. Game Breaker VHS, got that from Retro Red Steve. Peter Pan and the Pirates. Legends of Treasure Island, one of my favourite cartoons. I recently rewatched series 1 of that, actually, only about a month ago. Hook, Muppet Treasure Island. Something called The Phantom Kid. Scooby-Doo meets Batman. So, Treasure Island, Hook, Muppet Treasure Island, and Scooby-Doo was from Into Ghost as a gift. Then I've got my Japanese section of different animes here. So you've got Super Jetta, Prince Planet, Space Boy Soran. That is Space Ace. These are one of my favourite ones here. If I just move Jesse and James across and me off. Looks like they're blasting off again. There you go. I just love the artwork on that. It's amazing. What's on the back of it? That's Rainbow Sentai Robin, and then that's my Marine Boy 1 there. Yeah, pretty cool. So on the second shelf down there, we've just got some more anime DVDs, finishing off Japanese collection there. Johnny Socko. Oh, what's that? Lightspeed Esper. Thank you. Kazuku Esper. Got a random Simba. Do you remember these things when they were popular back in the day? All the kind of fluffy middle part. Then some of my animated series like The Animals of Farvenwood, Biker Mice from Mars, which Stu got me to UK. And we go on, got a random Beetleborg, different series there. My Neighbor Totoro, and it's not just Friday 24th October. Really got to update that, right? Then some more there, Thundercats, this different series before it goes on to live action. Got Goosebumps here, Goosebumps series. So in front I have a horror from Goosebumps. The Mutant from Attack of the Mutant, Slappy from the Night of Living Dummy series, and Curdy, which was the Goosebumps mascot. Yeah, so a few different things there. Classics like Thunderbirds, Stingray, a lot of different things. I do mean to go through all these to see if I want to keep them actually, or I can get rid of some. Some of these I've just bought on the fly and have not watched in a long time. X-Files series. I have got the entire collection apart from the new series they released a couple of years ago, but they're with my parents. I bought Xena Warrior Princess and got rid of my old DVD collection because it takes up a lot less space on the shelf. Protected, of course, by Lucy Lawless as Xena. Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. Hence the gap there. So that's how much space I've saved, right? You can buy them in a much smaller pack, but it's like £100 and I can't really justify that at the moment. And my recent pops of Xena and Gabrielle there, which I've decided to keep in the boxes at the moment. And we've got Marshmallow Man. And this is some of my Attack on Titan Blu-rays and Aladdin. Then the last couple of shelves by here, guys. There's more Blu-rays. There's some at the back as well. There's films, live action series, mainly films by here. And then finished off down by there. Protected by a random penguin called Connor. For Lord of the Rings here, Power Rangers. Some DVDs I've got to sort out by here as well. And in the corner, we have my Oculus Rift, which I haven't used in years. Anyway, so that's all that section. Now moving on. We have my pixel art bead collection right above the radiator. So I think since I did the last room tour, I think Bub and Bob are new. These are definitely new. Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales, Darkwing Duck. Then these guys are always there. Mario, Bucky, Earthworm Jim, Sonic and Knuckles. And on the radiator we do have some magnets right at the bottom. Why have I've gone blank now? Ghosts and Goblins, thank you. And then classic Mario magnets there, going all the way across. Guybrush Threepwood randomly, Turtles, Neo Geo magnet that Anthony got me, Charlie Cat, and a Bucky O'Hare magnet. I think Eddie got me that as well. Vodacor X. These by here, they're not staying here, just randomly placed them there. They're my walk-in medals. I've been doing the Conquer challenges this year. So those are the different ones I've been doing. And then we get to my favourite section of the room, guys. We've got something I was after for many years, the Turtles arcade cabinet. I should have put this on to show you. But I love the artwork on that. Then we've got the Street Fighter tool stool. This definitely helps save my back. And thank you once again to everyone who put money towards this for me, because it was a gift from Retro Red Steve and Goodwin's Place Craig. They basically messaged a lot of different YouTubers saying that Matt's had an operation. I had my gallbladder removed because that was causing a hell of a lot of pain. So I hope none of you ever get a gallstone trapped, guys. It's very painful. And part of the money that people donated went to this stool. So that is amazing. So thank you all to everyone watching who did that. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Then in this section we still have Tifa's Seventh Heaven metal sign. In the game, that was it. The entrance to Avalanche's kind of secret hideout was a pinball machine. So I've done my own version, and I've kind of done it as maybe the video game, the arcade cabinet is the entrance to the hideout. Which is what that represents. Okay, so now in the corner, now let's just do let's go back a bit here so you can see all of this before I go into more detail on it all. Right, some stories behind these. So we've got my signed Batman and Robin picture first over there. Bought that in Cardiff. I've never met any of them, and Adam West has passed away now, so that's not going to happen. The Matman, that's me, hey! The Batman metal sign is from issue 1, the comic cover from issue 1, which my cousin Jack got for me. He gifted me that. And then the Batman 66 art cards are something I bought off, I can't remember what his name is. I do apologise to you if you're watching. On Instagram. But they are very cool. So you've got the characters down the side there, Batman, Robin. I do need some Batgirl. But these are from season 1 and 2. He's done a season 3 one, which does feature Batgirl, so I probably will buy that at some point. And some of the fight scenes and things down there. Then we come to my celebrity section, apart from that, obviously. Signed a picture of Lucy Lawless in the top left, followed by a photo of when I first met her. Let's go by there. In 2015, that was. And like I said, I've got an updated photo of me and Lucy from 2024 in Telford. Oh man, that was such a great weekend. She was staying in the same hotel as us as well. She was literally in the bar, 10 yards from me. It's crazy. Meatloaf, that was at London Comic Con. I'm glad I got to meet him and have that photo because he obviously has passed away. I love his music. Then Robert Englund trying to kill me. Nightmare on Elm Street there. I had a bit more hair there, guys. Look at that. That's many years ago now. And then one of the best pieces in my collection of all time is this Peter Pan animation cell and sketch from Peter Pan and the Pirates cartoon, voiced by Jason Marsden. I won't tell you all the story because it'll take ages, but basically Jason, I got to talk to him on Instagram after watching a live stream. He gifted me this animation cell from his personal collection. Gifted, didn't have to buy it. He brought it to a con specifically for me, signed it. He didn't tell me he was giving it to me for free, by the way. I said to him, oh, how much do you want for it? And he said, do you know what? Since you're such a big fan, why don't I just give it to you? And I was over the moon of that. And we took some crazy photos. He took my phone and yeah, I thought, so I had to get that all together. The animation cell is signed by Jason. Us in the middle, a lot less hair there, and the sketch of the cell there. I thought, fair play. No one has ever done anything like that for me. Why me? I don't know. This happened. I'll always be grateful for that. Then we've got Ash Ketchum, so signed by Veronica Taylor, who voiced Ash. And what I love about this picture is it says, "Matt, I choose you" in the Pokeball. I thought it was awesome. Always been a fan of the Peter Pan story, so I've got a signed photo there of Peter Pan, played by Jeremy Sumter. Pretty much sums up me. Last year in Telford, also met Kermit the Frog, Steve Whitmore, I think that's his name. So it was awesome to have that, and that was definitely going on a wall. Then in August last year, met David Yost and what's her name? Amy Jo Johnson. Played Billy and Kimberly in the series of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I had a photo of them. And also got signed pictures by there. That was awesome. Very nice people as well. Met Bulk and Skull. I need to get a picture up of there as well. 2019-ish or 2018. It was before COVID. Then we got a signed one of Power Rangers Turbo down there. Got my Megazord. Now this area is a mess, so I do apologise. Under here, this is a Marine Boy card thing I put together. Don't forget to take some oxygen so you can breathe under the water, something said in the series. Still have my Metropolis guide to tea and coffee, made for me by Craig and Steve, for when they come over, so I can make them a cup of tea and coffee. Currently I don't have a kitchen, so that can't happen. Those magnets by there were on my fridge downstairs, but as I just said, I've got no kitchen now. Mandalorian, that's still there. Down here, I do have a signed Marine Boy postcard by the actress who voiced Marine Boy and Peter Fernandez, who voiced Speed Racer, but also characters in Marine Boy. Got a dragon skull. Something I won in a raffle, a signed Peter Pan Funko Pop, once again by Jeremy Sumter. So cheers, Jeremy. That was pretty cool to win. And then my modded Xbox, random stuff. Down here in this little cubby hole kind of thing, I've got a lot of different Pogs from different series. Got my Retron 5. Haven't used that for a while, it's a bit dusty. My mini Commodore 64. Elgato. I haven't used that in a long time. And down here, guys, I've got my card collection and some random DVDs. So I've got like Power Rangers card game, Bucky O'Hare stickers, Marine Boys old sticker card things, Bucky O'Hare cards which were fan made by somebody, Till card collection, got Batman 66 which those sketch cards came from, Captain Scarlet, Far Fancy, what's at the back there? Oh, Goosebumps, but I think those ones are my doubles, so I'm going to have a check, and some old Batman bubble cards. And there you go, guys. That is pretty much it. That is the Matt Cave room tour of 2025. So, let me know what you thought of all that below. So, as ever, I am looking to add to this room. I think I might have spoke too fast then. So, as ever, I am trying to add. I'm always looking to add to this room. There's going to be a lot more pixel bead characters. Then on the wall behind me by here, which was a gallery wall, they are going to move, and I'm going to extend all the signed photos there. So that'd be cool. And who knows what else is going to happen in here, eh? Should I get a lazy boy chair for the center so I can finally play on the TV down there? I hardly touch that TV. Sometimes I get a beanbag and I use that. But yeah, anyway. More to go in that corner as well. That corner is kind of bare. Anyway, let me guys know what you think then of my little getaway. Hope you're all doing well there, and I will see you next year for the Matt Cave Room Tour 2026 and see what has changed then. As ever, boom, see you soon.